Hi guys, Andy here from All About Bushcraft. As promised, I'm going to make a chili con carne from fresh, then we're going to dehydrate it, and then we're going to put it into vacuum seal bags. So without further ado, let's crack on. Let's look at the ingredients we need. We're not going to measure much out here. We're going to cook off the chili, dehydrate it. So let's look at the ingredients. I've got some onions here that have been grown in the garden, need cleaning off and cutting up. Got a few tomatoes, got half a tomato here that was just left over, we're going to use that. Got some Scotch bonnet chilies. I've got some, I don't know what they call these type of chilies, just your normal chilies. Then I've got a little bit of chili flakes there, they're going to go in as well, which is pretty hot. Moving round, we've got some peeled chopped tomatoes in juice. We've got some red kidney beans. Got 3 cloves of garlic. We've got some beef hot pots, whatever you call them. We've got some paprika. I like to put a little bit of basil into mine, so that's going in. And then we've got a little bit of red wine to give it a bit of flavour. This is Fleury from France. You probably won't be able to get hold of this. But yeah, we're going to put that in and have a drink as well. We've also got 20 grams of mince here. Let's just chuck that mincemeat in. Add a little bit of salt to that. And let's get these onions cleaned up. They're out beautiful, straight out of the garden these. Okay, you can certainly smell the fresh onion. The shop bought onions don't have that onion smell to them. They're pretty bland, but these are perfect. It's like something's been eaten these, essentially. Okay, I'm going to peel them and then I'm going to wash them. Here's your first one. What I like to do is use a piece of paper like this, so when they're finished I can just pick up the paper and chuck the whole thing into the compost. But these red old style onions, they really get your eyes. I find the modern ones, or the shop bought ones, they don't get into your eyes as much as they used to. So there we go, we've got our garlic, 3 cloves, chillies, 3 in a Scotch bonnet and 2.5 tomatoes. So next thing is I'm going to chuck these onions in with the mince. Then we're going to add the chopped tomatoes, red kidney beans, the stock pot, basil, paprika, like I say, the wine. Turn the heat down slightly. The smell of them onions is beautiful. I encourage anybody to grow their own onions. They're absolutely beautiful, you know. Great style onions. Well, we'll just straight into the compost. Let's get the garlic in. Chilies and tomatoes. Smell of that is gorgeous. Add a bit of salt. A bit of ground pepper. Add a smidgen of this. Too good to be pouring it all in. A quarter of a bottle. Just gives it a bit of depth of flavour. You can smell that. I'm getting this all over the stove, which I'll just clean up when my wife comes in. Let's have a little taste. Obviously the longer you leave this simmering, the more the flavours will develop. I think that wine needs to burn off a little bit more, yeah. But yeah, there's definitely taste the heat on that. Look at that. Beautiful consistency. That doesn't need anything added to it, that. Maybe a touch more water just for now, so I can allow them flavours to develop. Oh, it's made me hungry, this. Excuse the double dipping, but it's only me eating it. Yeah, I think it'd be rude not to. Don't let a nice bottle of fluey go to waste. So yeah guys, cheers. Hard bit of the video's been done, cooking the chilli. The rest is just dehydrating. But if you get a chance to get a bottle of this flurry, I've got about 8 bottles left, and I don't think you can even get it anymore unless from a specialist wine cellar. Some people say it's waste, put it into a chilli, but each to their own. Right guys, so we've got the parchment paper here. Roughly measure the diameter of the drying rack. Cut that off. Get rid of that. Got 6 of these to do. As you can see, I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you flatten it out, and you flatten it out again, fold it in half, flatten it, do the same again, fold it over, look at the diameter, you want to go about half of that, and then diameter of the full circle. And then when you roll that out, it covers the hole, as you can see there. Let me bring it in there so you can see that a bit more. So the whole diameter here is roughly where you want it, and that's where you're going to lay your chili con carne down. Into this machine here, which is your dehydrator. Bring him on that. Basically, you're going to put the chili into each of these rings here, just let it sit in there and dehydrate for 20-30 hours. Okay guys, so here we have it. It's in the dehydrator. I've not had to use this last sheet, sorry, this last tray. So I'm going to leave it in for 48 hours at the moment. And we'll come back in 48 hours and see whether it's crisp enough. It's got to be really dry. Yeah, stop any bacteria. We've got it set at temperature wise, we've got it set at 70 degrees, which you need for things like meats and things like that to stop bacteria growth. So yeah, I've got it set at 70 degrees. We'll leave it 48 hours and then we'll see what happens. I'll bring you back in 48 hours. A little bit damp, probably need a few more hours. This is the consistency it's going to. Just needs all the moisture out of it. This helps to break it up a bit. Let the moisture escape better. Right guys, glad you could join me. I'm back in the shed. I was going to try and do this up at the house, but it's a bit too noisy. All the tellies are on in every single room. So yeah, I've been confined back to the shed. So I thought I'd come down here with a very small bottle of Rioja, chill out and show you the final stage of this dehydrated chilli. Like I say, I'm in the shed. It's not the most hygienic place. So what I've got is some of this dragon fuel. It's got bioethanol in it, and what you use in hand sanitizer and things. So if I can get it open, I'm just gonna put it on here a little bit on my hands. Perfectly safe to put on your hands. But it just sanitises everywhere, nice and clean. Get that rubbed into this table that we're going to be using. There we go. Ooh, you can smell that bioethanol. Right, so here's me dehydrated chilli. The last bit that you saw, I was breaking it all up, but then I had to go away for the week, and my wife put it in this container for me when it was nice and crispy. Probably about 32 hours all in all. So yeah, got that there. We've got these vacuum seal bags along with the vacuum sealer. I've already weighed this without the container. It's 350 grams divided by 6. It's 58 grams, 58.3 grams, something like that. So yeah, we're going to seal these bags at one end, put 58 grams basically into each one, and then get them sealed. In the meantime, I'm going to get started on this. What is it? Probably a glass. That's actually quite nice for a very cheap wine. So yeah, without further ado, let's cut the bags here. As you can see, you can get quite a lot of bags out of this, and basically any size you'd like. So 58 grams is what we're after. There we go. Put that aside for a minute. We'll seal this bag first. At one end we'll put 58 grams in, and then we'll do the vacuum seal. See whether they're well too big or not big enough. I'll bring you back in a minute when we set up this machine here. So yeah, first of all, unclip the machine and put your one end in. This is purely just to seal the end with like a heat seal. And just press seal. That'll take a couple of seconds now, and then it'll beep at me telling me it's sealed. There you go. Well, so it didn't beep, but it just went out. If we undo that now, you can see we've got a nice seal down the bag. Not sure if you can see that. Like I say, I have sanitised my hands, so there you go, nicely sealed inside the bag. So then let's get the weighing machine, or the technical term, the scales. We'll put the bag on it so it weighs 0. So this bag weighs actually 12 grams. So when it's on here, I want 58 grams out of this. So let me bring you back a little bit. Okay, so let's weigh out 58 grams. We're getting close, 54. It's saying 63 now. .58 grams spot on. Okay, so yeah, I think these bags are going to be a little bit too big. We can probably do a quarter of that, probably about there. If you can see that, we've got all of this. So instead of messing about with the scissors, I think I'm just going to grab the old Bushcraft knife and just cut that off. So yeah, that's plenty there. So let's bring the machine back in, and then you've got to put it inside this little channel here. Seal that down. Dry food, I'm set for. Mode normal or gentle, we'll go for normal. Vacuum and seal. And press go. See, it's sucking all the air out of this pack. And there we go, we have the dried food in the bag. There's absolutely no air left in that. Ready to go for boiling the bag. See what it weighs. Let me bring you out there. All in all, total 64 grams. Ideal for backpacking. You wouldn't even feel that weight.
You go.
6 of these dehydrated meals here. Absolutely gorgeous, made to exactly your own recipe. To dehydrate them, chuck them in some water, 20-25 minutes. You can do it for less, but I do find if you dehydrate stuff yourself, it goes really crispy. It takes a bit longer to dehydrate. But yeah, what were they, 25, let me grab the scales here, including the packaging. £63 grams that one. But that's including the packaging, which was about 1 point something grams. But yeah, at least you know what you're getting. You're not getting preservatives, you're not getting any sort of crap in there. You can put these straight into the freezer as well, which will help the shelf life on them. But yeah, I mean the whole thing there. Let's get these scales back out. 0. The whole lot is coming out. I can balance them. It's coming out at 365 grams. Nothing. Yeah, that in your pack, you wouldn't even feel it. 6 meals, nearly a week's worth of food. Well, your main meals. Not that you don't chilli every night, but you can do the same thing with curries or anything you want really. Cook it, dehydrate it, make sure you break it up quite fine. Use spaghetti bolognese, beans and sausage if you wanted. There's virtually nothing that you can't dehydrate, it just takes a lot longer, and you've got to make sure you break it all up. And you can hear that, how crunchy that is. Be perfect. Even if you went out on a day hike. One of those, a little bit of rice in your bag. Can't complain, can you? Price wise, I think the cheapest meals are coming out about £5 a meal. Freeze-dried meals. I think they're coming out about £5 a meal. So 6 of these, I think about £2 a meal, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Bit of rice, how much is rice? About 10p a portion. Yeah, about £2.50, £3 a meal. But you know, it's to your liking, because you've cooked it, you've tasted it, and then you're going to think about the bags, obviously. The dehydrator, the bags, the dehydrator, the vacuum packer, they're all one-off costs, so it'll even itself out. Even if it comes out the same price as a meal, like I say, at least you know what you're getting. You get some of these ration packs or freeze-dried meals, and it's a bit of a gamble of, I'll take this out, do I like it, do I not? At least with these, you know you're going to like it because you cooked it, and all you've done is take the water out. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks for joining me on this one. Like I say, dead easy to do. You do need a little bit of equipment. Dehydrator, although you can dry it in an oven if you don't have a dehydrator. Vacuum seal pack, seal machine. Brilliant little bits of kit. You need the bags to go with them. The only other way I've found of sealing bags like that is if you get the Ziploc bags and put your ingredients inside it, put a straw, Ziploc the bag up to the straw, and then suck out all the air in one go. Don't breathe back in, just keep like that until it sucks all the air out, and quickly zip it. And not quite as good as a proper sealant bag, obviously, but it'll do the trick, especially if you're making it and sort of going out for the weekend with it. It'll keep it dry enough. So yeah, if you like the video, thumbs up, and please leave any comments in the comment section. Alright, thanks for joining me. Sorry it's been a long time, but really busy with work. I'll catch you in the next one, hopefully. Cheers.